GM guys, we're finally live, so feel free to share the link and join our Telegram channel. So I'll be sharing the link in the Telegram channel, guys. Just a minute, let me share the link. Please feel free to share the link. Feel free to do that while I drop the link in our Telegram channel. We're actually working on bringing in our first guests. Also, let us know someone you'd like us to bring, and also the areas that you would want the discussion to be around. If it's around trading, or if it's around crypto jobs, opportunities, or if it's around airdrop, let us know the areas. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started. Let me take the link out of the screen. Yes, Pesna would be joining us on Monday. He won't be able to today. He has, I think he has some network issues that he's trying to resolve since the day before yesterday. So he'll join us again from Monday. All right, guys. So let's look at what's happening in the markets. Today is Friday. We're anticipating some shots. Did we get those shots? Even if personally I didn't take the shot from yesterday, but I told you guys why I did not when we're looking at the chart. So first, let's start with looking at overall crypto market outlook. Hope everyone can see my screen, please. Hope you can all see my screen. If you can't, please do well to let me know. So let's look at the overall crypto outlook. Please feel free, share the link on X, share it on your WhatsApp story, share it to anyone you want to join. Let's just look at how the markets performed this week. Please check again. Can you see it now? Someone said you can't. Please look again. Can you see the screen? We're going to walk through how the markets performed this week. Look at the weekly candle and also what to expect next week. Look at some trade opportunities too. Please, is my screen visible? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So it says you can see it now. Thank you very much. So first we start with market outlook. So in the last 1 week, there's the market outlook, still almost the same. Dusk, biggest winner, bio, rules, nothing much. If we look at within the last 24 hours, still nothing much. Majorly moves from bio, which is interesting to see. Seems like some stuffs are cooking up and in the whole DeSci space, decentralized science, a whole lot of stuff is cooking up there. That's quite interesting to see. The last 1 hour, nothing much to see. It's a bearish Friday. It was expected, by the way. We said it yesterday. So let's jump straight to the chart. Let's look at what's happening in the chart. We're spending more time on the chart today. So let's look at what's happening in the chart. We've been on this sweet trade for about 2 days now. It was a trade that was taken based on the 4 hours chart. If you notice, that's gone up and down about 2 times. And I have still not set break even on this trade. If I was attempting to swing this, maybe I would have made a small profit. But yeah, I'm not attempting to swing it. We're holding it. It's back to our entry. I told you guys it's a long-term trade, 1:2.5. So that's still active. So let's look at BTC. Let's look at BTC. So yesterday, when we looked at the BTC charts, I made one thing clear, which was I told you guys that from where BTC was sitting, it's a short. We're expecting it to dump. But the only issue is based on fundamental analysis and based on the news from Trump about gold that's actually dumped the price of gold. That's the only question mark we have. If it doesn't dump, it's because of that news. That's the only thing that can push it up. So I told you guys yesterday, although I said I won't be taking this trade, the price was here. This was where BTC was at yesterday when we were live. It was at this zone. This zone basically. So I told you guys I won't be taking the trade. I won't be taking a short. And I stated the reason because of possible fundamental news to get. But for technicals, We're expecting a short, which eventually it did. BTC actually dumped towards afternoon yesterday, I think, and that was a New York session, right? It actually dumped around 2 o'clock or thereabouts. It started dumping and it came all the way to fill the gap here. Now, the other trades I took are just this one and this trade. This one I closed too early. This one I allowed it to get to full TP. This were like the only two trades I took. And these trades, I took them on 15 minutes time frame. Both of those trades. So I'm going to share the trade idea why I took those trades. So this is an opportunity for you to learn something, and you can be able to also take these trades once you see the opportunity on your own. So we already knew that BTC formed this flag here and it dumped. It filled this gap and it went back up. There are people that will just short this, long this, everywhere they are there. Now this one was something that I didn't have high conviction on this trade, but I noticed it was coming up to fill this fair value gap. So I took the trade and I was managing my risk. So I closed early because I was protecting profit. So I closed almost at 1-to-1 or slightly below 1-to-1. So I closed early. I think it was this retracement that took me out. This retracement here. I guess that's what took me out. Now, but this one, I was more confident in this trade. Why was I more confident and I held this one till this morning? Why was I more confident? It was because because of the fact that we still had a gap here to fill. That's one. Secondly, there's an order block here. So for me, this was the actual move that I wanted to see happen here. Okay, this was the actual move I wanted to see. So immediately it went above this zone. I took the trade. It still went a bit higher, but I took the trade. My stop loss obviously above this level. Yes, and it's played out. I was expecting it to play out fast, not last beyond 4 hours. That's what I was expecting. And it actually played out very, very fast. So this was actually a good trade, basically. It was a good trade. Now let's look at, let's zoom out to BTC price action. It dumped the way we expected on Friday, because I told you guys don't forget Friday market dumps. Even if Bitcoin price action, the volatility is very, very high. Market dumps on Friday. We still have this zone here that we're expecting that BTC might most likely come to take out. We still have that. But that notwithstanding, if we zoom out to see the weekly candle, because this week we closed today. This week was going to close today. We saw the worst. The worst happened, and what was the worst? This week's candle going to take out the week before last, which was a red week, going to take out the lows of that week, and also going to also clear the open of the week before that. So it has almost gone to as low as the price we had January 1st. Almost, has almost gotten to that point. Not exactly, but almost. This is the price, the lowest BTC was or close to January 1st. This was the lowest. So BTC has almost gone to tap like the yearly open. We've almost seen a tap of the yearly open. Let me see. I can't really see that with this right now. But yeah, we have almost tapped that, the yearly open price. So what are we expecting next? Personally, I'm expecting an upward movement. This is looking at the weekly chart, basically. I'm expecting an upward movement. So next week, which will likely be the last week of January, I'm expecting BTC to go towards the upside. Now, this is still the major high we have this year. I expect us to take that high out. Most likely February should be a better month, most likely. So I'm expecting us to take this out and go towards the higher side, 105, 108. I'm very, very expectant of 105. Maybe we can still go as high as 108. And who knows, it might even go much higher. But I'm being very, very conservative. What we want to see happen more in the market is altcoins rally. That's what we want to see. What to bring about more excitement in this current market is altcoins performing very well. Why is because most persons lost money in altcoins. Most persons are trapped. They are bag holders right now. And also because altcoins moves are much more than that of BTC. So they bring about the euphoria, the excitement, the cash flow, the insane volatility. Yet it brings about all those things. But for BTC, you can't really see it unless you're a futures trader. That's when you can leverage on leverage to like do some 100x, 20x, and make this minor volatility we're seeing look very, very huge. So basically, that's our outlook for BTC. Now let's look at BNB, after which we would look at Ethereum to see if there are opportunities in the market. So for Ethereum, let's switch to 4 hours. After which, let's see where the price is coming to. Sorry, this BNB rather. So BNB is facing like a resistance here, which is this other block we had from this level. That's like the resistance that it's facing right now. There's no clear direction for now for BNB. What we expected is for it to break above this zone, we test, then we go higher. That's what's most expected. But for now, there's no clear direction for BNB unless we just want to gamble in. But there's no clear direction. Next, let's look at Ethereum. Let's see if we can see Ethereum just to look at the Ethereum charts. Can't seem to find Ethereum. Okay, this is Ethereum. Ethereum is also very volatile this period. Oh yeah, I even forgot that I took this Ethereum trade. Totally forgot I took this Ethereum trade. Okay, good. So this is an Ethereum trade I'm currently on. It's also a very conservative trade. I totally forgot that I'm on this trade. So this is the SL. SL is at 2,755. It's back to entry. I don't think I put any trading or whatever on this trade. It's back to entry. It's a 1 to 3 trade, all the way back to 3,400. But you should expect some resistance around this level, which is slightly above 1 to 1.2 or so. Expect some resistance here because if you notice, it's got to this point and rejected and it's trying to gather momentum. It might still go slightly lower, no doubt, but this is like an Ethereum trade idea that I'm currently on. I'm still observing. So if my expectation for next week based on BTC price action goes well, this trade should at least rally above this resistance level by next week. That's what I'm basically expecting. It should be able to rally above this resistance level by next week. So pay attention to that. You can keep an eye out for it. Now, Dusk has been on a correction. Has been on a correction. This was the last trade I took on Dusk. Has been on a correction, so I think I once took a short too on Dusk. Now this is where Dusk is seated. I won't advise anybody taking a long from here because the first time it tapped here, you can see it went up and now it's about to break this zone. So we don't know how much dump we should expect on Dusk, but if you follow what we have been seeing, by now capital should be out, profits should be out. It should just be maybe moon bag that you're holding because Dusk did minimum of 600% from our entry, minimum of 600%. So right now, you should be sitting on Moonbag. Capital profit should be out of Dusk. It's been a while I looked at CHR charts, but it's been very, very volatile. I've noticed how volatile it's been. It has been showing some good short opportunities too when you look at it. Some very good short opportunities. But it's been a while I traded it. It's been a while I traded it, but so far I noticed it's really, really respecting this level. CHR, it's been respecting this level. Maybe I'll pay attention to it later. Another very good project to trade that tends to respect its levels is some ARO. dumps when necessary and pumps hard whenever it's moving. AR. So I'll be searching for opportunities for AR, long opportunities for AR. I'll be expecting that. Now, there's a trend that I'm expecting. There's a trend I'm expecting. This is a trend for storage protocols. A very huge trend that I'm expecting for storage protocols. So I expect most storage platforms and protocols to do some good numbers. So you can take out your time and outline them. AR is one of them. That's why I just remembered. AR is one of them. Outline the storage platforms that you expect to do good. That you have actually done your research on. I'm expecting them to do good numbers. AR is one. CHR now have storage capabilities too. Which other one? I think Filecoin is there. Warus is there. ARIO is there, and a few others. So you want to compile a list and decide on the ones that you're comfortable investing in. Only the ones you're comfortable investing in. But AR is very good. Warus is also very, very good. Like very good. The only thing is Warus has a high FGV, but it is also really, really good. So pay attention to those projects and try to start in your DCA. For AR, we have been doing DCA and AR for almost a year now that we recommended it, and we've been doing DCA to it. So if you have not started, it's at a good price for you to also start. So let's look at overall trends in the market. Then after which I'll take some questions and we'll call it a day. So let's look at the overall trend. Let's just look at the overall trend. I can see some questions, please. I'll take it shortly. So sharing this top gainers today. Meme coins have been doing some good numbers, but it's just random coins. There's no trend. There's nothing basic. Also, I've seen some NFT related blockchains and platforms do some moves. It was me ran for almost a week, and this week now it's Flow. I don't have exposure to either, but just still observing to see if anything serious will pop up in the markets or any trend that is worth our time, if we can catch it in the markets. But right now, it's just some very, very random stuffs happening in the market. So let's zoom out a bit to all coins. All right, so still some basic stuffs that we are seeing, nothing serious. So for me, I'll say the most exciting thing is our expectation of the market next week, where we're expecting the market to be better than this week. That's literally like the most exciting stuff in the market. And if you notice too, we told you guys to stay away from trading, trying to long any altcoin or stay away from that basically because of how volatile the market is. So these are some things that you can be able to benefit when you're actually consistent with this live stream we do. So let me take questions for a round up. So someone asked, what do you think of the campaign being run by holding USD1? Do you think it is a good investment if there is a chance of depegging? Well, USD1 is Trump owned stablecoin. He's the one that created that stablecoin, USD1. And I think a Dubai firm or so, they dropped about $2 billion, something like that, to back the coin up, some stuff like that. But I'm not surprised that Binance is running a campaign for it. Trump is all out to milk the market. He's here to leverage on the tech, have a stronghold on it, make good money. I mean, since he's backing crypto and trying to push crypto more mainstream, it only makes sense for him as a businessman to also have a stake so that he can also benefit from it. That's like what he's doing. He's just being a typical businessman, have his own stable coin, have his own meme coin, have his own launch pad, have his own platform, probably maybe his own blockchain over time, and maybe his own exchange. Yet it's very possible. Maybe this might be based off his experience he had with Facebook, because it's after Facebook that he went to create Truth Social. Maybe now he might be thinking something similar in crypto. It's best for him to have his own. As long as the ecosystem doesn't stop that, why can't he? So what I think about the USD1, I don't think it's bad. I feel it's a stable coin that might be around for a while, and Trump is just being a businessman. Personally, that is what I think, basically. All right, guys. So we've hit the usual 20 minutes, and I've attended to the most relevant question here. Unless you have any other question of a project you want me to look into or something. Okay, I can see another question. With what is said about the tariff rule by Trump, that is if it doesn't favor him. There's another thing. What do you think this will do to the crypto market? I don't think Trump will sabotage the crypto market. Whatever Trump does in the crypto market is literally to extract value. But to sabotage it long term, I doubt. But he'll try as much as possible to swing the price up, down, make good money because you make more money from leveraging on the up and down. And if you're in control of however direction you want it to swing, you can even make much more money. So he'll keep doing that for as long as it takes. Maybe it's on his third year that he might slow down on that. So yes, we're expecting this year to be good. At least the first quarter of this year for BTC. We expect it. We actually expect it to be good. Yet I'm actually very, very optimistic about that. And overall, too, this year shouldn't be that brutal. Even if we see a low price, but we should be able to reprice towards the upside. So I think Trump would actually do what works best for him. Yesterday, right, or day before yesterday, he was playing around with the stock market. Gets the news he dropped about gold. We saw what that news did to gold short term, and today we can see where gold is at. Gold bounced. Gold is almost at 5K right now, like huge recovery from that crash that it did when Trump dropped that news. So this gives you an idea that this guy knows what he's actually doing. And as gold started pumping back, BTC started going back down. So they are very much aware of what they are doing. They are very, very much aware. So that's why it's good. Maybe in due course, we might start looking at trading gold too. Most likely, we might start looking at that because let me see if I can drop gold charts. Well, because gold is also on most crypto exchanges. Yes, gold is also on most crypto exchanges, and gold is technically not an. It's not really an FX pair. Basically, it's not an FX pair. But maybe over time we can start doing that. Personally, I've been trading gold. Let me share the chart. Personally, I've been trading gold for some time now. Yet I've been doing that, and while also observing the performance of the chart. So profits, some loss. Yet I've been trading that. If you look at my charts on gold coming, you can see that. So maybe over time, you might start looking at the whole gold stuff. This dump, I was able to catch it. The retracement, I was able to get out at break even. This one that ran afterwards, I did not catch it. I was not even paying attention to the market. This one that took off here, I wasn't paying attention to the market. Same to this breakout, same to this breakout. I wasn't paying attention to the market, so I didn't catch most of those. Maybe over time, I might start looking at gold, trading gold, basically. Yeah, so I think that's all we'll be taking for today. Someone is asking, please, what about C Trade? It's still on. C Trade is very, very much live. Like, let me see if I can get it out. C Trade is very, very live. Like, it's doing well. Sorry, it's not doing well. It's back to entry, rather. It's back to entry. This is C Trade. It's back to our entry. So it's just playing around our entry. That's what it's doing. It's just playing around the entry. And this trade, like I said, is a very conservative trade. C is usually one of the first tokens to pump once the market starts pumping. You can take note of that when BTC starts moving again, which is one of the reasons why we took this trade. So once BTC starts moving, C is usually one of the first to like explode. and the move is usually very strong. You can see these strong green candles. You can see it's a very strong green candles. You can also see it here. So it's usually one of the first, and we attempted to long it here again, but this one we exited with some profits for this particular one because it didn't get to full TP. So I think I got out somewhere around here based on trading stop loss or so. Yeah, so I don't know if there's any further question. If there is, let's get that sorted and move along. Where are we setting our SL? Is it for SUI? For SUI trade, where are we setting our SL? 1.291. That's where we're setting our SL. 1.291. So trade is still on. It's a long-term trade. So like I said it yesterday too, expecting it to play out most likely next week. That's when I'm expecting it to play out, which is why most persons don't like trading long-term. They prefer just doing like lower time frames. If we're trading this trade on like 15 minutes, we would have done some swings, some scalping rather, sorry, we would have done some scalping in, out, in, out. You can even see some good opportunities that presented itself. We would have done some scalping in, out of this SUI trade. Yeah, we have been able to do some. If we're swing trade, if we're scalping, we would have been able to do that. But yeah, we're just focusing on trading it on a 4 hours or lowest 2 hours time frame. That's what we're focusing on. All right, guys. So thanks very much. I've been able to cover all of the questions. Please feel free to join our Telegram channel. And should you have any questions, you can drop it there. Today is the last day for this week, so we'll resume again on Monday, and then Spacina Micros should be available. Thanks, guys, and bye-bye.